stress, I'm great. I'm good under pressure. Not saying this is a good thing. You just asked how I cope. Well, here we go. Time to talk wellness routines. Get comfy. I don't know, I just have such a history with tying exercise to weight, and that's something I wanted to rid myself of. Exercise should really be tied to the health benefits of it and the energy that you get from it and the feeling you get from it. Exercise for me has always been really difficult. I'm jealous of people that get that like high from it. I'm always proud of myself when I do it. I tend to always have a better day after I do it. I've been trying to figure out the way that I like to do it. Right now I'm loving like reformer Pilates. Makes me feel so great. Love it. Oh, the best tip I've learned. Well, Michael Easter, he was like, just get a rucksack. I was like, what is that? He's like, it's a weighted sack. What was it? 20 or 40 pounds. It could have been 1,000 pounds. That's what it felt like. And he said, just walk at your normal pace, but with this heavy weight in. I did about 2 squats before I broke a sweat, and then maybe did like 1 turn around my coffee table, and boy, it got me. He shared that it'd be a really easy way to do the same things that I'm kind of already doing. You know, I'm already pushing the babies in strollers and things. Why not put one of their backpacks on with a heavy weight and toughen up a bit? I think I thought of mental health as a really simple thing. Go to therapy, work out, eat well. But hearing from so many different types of people with so many different passions, I've really learned that it encompasses so many different types of things. One thing I love about the podcast is that we have these incredible takeaways at the end of every episode. Actionable things they can do right then and there, whether it's breathe through your nose. We've all become a bunch of mouth breathers. We're stressed out, we're anxious, our shoulders go forward. We're kind of like this all day. Really taking the time to inhale and exhale nicely is such an incredible thing you can do for your body, to listen to the science of that and to really understand why it's something that is better for you and crucial for your well-being. Hearing little things like that, it's one of those things that you never forget. I'll tell you, I don't get stressed out that easily. I like doing a lot of things at once. I like having to plan a birthday party at the same time as a Girl Scout trip, and then John and I have a big event to attend. Like, those things don't stress me out. I think my inner dialogue of myself, that really stresses me out. And then honestly, how I combat that and how I cope with that is by having constant noise around me. Sometimes I have a podcast going at the same time as my TV's going, scrolling Instagram. It's like more information, because when it gets quiet, then I tend to spiral and I am really hard on myself. That's why I think my most incredible talk was with Mel Robbins. I really connected with her message and got very emotional about it. It just felt like she had written her book for me. Well, I'm really big into comfort foods. While they might not necessarily make you feel physically great, sometimes I really love a good hearty meal. Meals that I love are very connected to family recipes or recipes I remember eating in tough moments growing up, or a certain dish like scalloped potatoes that my mom would make for every single holiday. So recipes like that bring me a lot of comfort and joy. So I feel lucky about that. I love my mom's rice porridge. It's called jokmu. It's a really garlicky, gingery, aromatic rice porridge with kind of like a congee basically, with ground pork meatballs. This soup brings you such joy and comfort. I love being able to share it with the family too, because it's such an easy recipe to make. It just brings back so many memories. I had it when I was a tiny baby, and now my tiny babies are eating it. Self-care is all-encompassing of so many different things that you can do that give you a little bit of light throughout the days. And these things all add up to make us bigger, better, brighter people. It doesn't have to be limited to just a spa day or a manicure pedicure. It can be a 3-minute meditation, all sorts of things. If I'm being honest, self-care for me right now is that little bit of time I can carve out where I can be away from my 4 children and my husband as much as I love them. I think it's really important to be able to take a beat and take a breath. That's the ironic thing, is that being able to do this podcast in my home, in my bedroom, and learn so much, and to get to ask so many questions to these incredible people and these brilliant minds, that's actually something that I haven't done for myself ever. Well, it's really hard because sometimes I really love to feel accomplished, and I love to feel like I had a successful day. And for me, that's always meant being busy. What this journey has taught me is that those are all great things, but it's also okay to do nothing. And it's okay to be present with yourself. and your own thoughts. It's hard to do, and it's something I'm really trying to get better at. If I could actually like turn the TV off, I think that would be like a really good step. I've learned to just like fly by the seat of my pants. It's like I'm just always ready for anything. I don't know who's gonna be up that night, who's gonna be sick, who's gonna have a tantrum. There's just too many factors that change all the time, but I've just gotten so used to this kind of lifestyle that it's hard, so I'll do my best. Matthew Walker was so incredible. It was so cool to learn about sleep because that's been something that I haven't done well with in the past few years. I mean, it's pretty unanimous. Everyone agrees that good sleep is really important. Not just the amount of sleep you get, but the amount of quality sleep you get where you really are falling deeply into sleep. Matthew gave us a bit of a test to see what kind of sleeper we were. It's a sleep chronotype, and it's a series of questions which lead you to find out what kind of sleeper you are. It's a really interesting little test to take, and you learn a lot about yourself. Well, that's all for now, but to hear more, be sure to listen to my podcast, Self-Conscious with Chrissy Teigen on Audible.